Hey, I'm Jordan Whitmarsh, and I'm the director of Jacksonville Young Lives. And we have been around for 13 years, introducing teen moms and teen dads to Christ and helping them grow in their faith. And we're just so excited for you to be a part of that. And so I just want to invite you in to hear Gabby's story and to lean in and just to hear her experience with Young Lives and how it's changed her life.
I was living with my boyfriend at the time. I was from Georgia. We lived in Georgia. And I was in the Army, National Guard. I had enlisted. Went to like 3 drills. I bought a pregnancy test. I found out. He's like, I remember. I freaked out like any 17-year-old would going into the military. You know, my life was already about to drastically change. I had made a huge decision. So I called my mom and I was like, please don't tell anybody, you know, because it was a decision. You know, I had to make a decision. I had 2 paths that I could have picked from, you know, and I didn't tell anybody for like 3 weeks, honestly, the rest of my family, because I really wanted to be. I feel like there's a difference between coming up to the people you love and saying, hey, I'm pregnant, and hey, I'm having a baby. You know, I didn't want there to be any room for persuasion or, hey, you should do this, and I just wanted to be firm in my decisions.
How did that feel? Like, did your family support you? Or like, were you excited when you heard about Young Lives because you felt like, oh my gosh, I know more, I'll get to know people who are passionate about teen moms?
So basically, I was still in Georgia when I found out, of course. So we were living with his parents at the time. I really had to reevaluate my living situation and what I was about to bring a child into. So I moved in with my grandma and I enrolled at Riverside High School, where I met Ms. Hawk, the resource coordinator at Riverside. She referred me to Young Lives. She told me about Miss Whitney. She told me about Miss Whitney specifically. She said that pre-COVID and everything, that they would come, I think it was once a week, and have lunch with all the girls and everything. Because believe it or not, there's a lot more teen moms than you would, you know, think about, because you really don't think about that community until you're a part of that community. I reached out to Miss Whitney and she kind of informed me a little more about the program and told me about what you guys do and the mentorship kind of aspect of it and what you guys are there for like advice and everything. And she's a great listener, she really is. And Miss Whitney, I could call Miss Whitney at 2 o'clock in the morning and she would answer the phone. She's really helped me out of some drastic situations. And just even as a whole, you know, Sage and I recently had COVID, and you know, I texted the group and I had groceries delivered to my house via Miss Jordan. Thank you, Miss Jordan. Enough for quarantine soup and diapers and all that stuff. And it was nice to have somebody to turn to in a situation like that, where it was his first time being sick and my first time being sick with a baby, and just kind of going in freak out mode, and within 5 minutes feeling okay again, you know. Even being pregnant, I felt so like I just had so many resources. You guys provided me with so many clothes and diapers and everything. It was just so nice to feel prepared and secure in a situation like that, where when he was born, I didn't feel like I needed to drop everything and have to go find something. Like literally everything I needed was at my fingertips, and a lot of it was thanks to Young Lives. It's huge to me. I just feel like it's big. I've met so many people that I would probably never met if it wasn't for Young Lives, like Miss Whitney. Like I said, just I couldn't imagine my life without like her in it now, you know. Makes me she's really a great person, so is Miss Jordan.
Gabby, I'm just really grateful for you and that we met you, and I'm just thankful that you would share your story. And what would you say to girls who are facing teen pregnancy and young women?
You're not alone. You know, I know that a lot of people aren't, you know, blessed with as much as support as others. Whether it's Young Lives or a church near you, you know, when you feel like you have nobody, you have God and you have your baby. Your child is the one person that's going to be with you for the rest of your life. And so just don't be afraid to ask for help. Don't let your pride get in the way.
Thank you so much for listening to Gabby's story. We have been listening to girls like that for 13 years here in Jacksonville, and we want to be able to do that for another 13 years. And so there are lots of ways that you can get involved, being a mentor, holding babies, bringing a meal, being a financial partner, and people that will pray for us. And so you can visit our website and get connected there. And we're just so excited about what the Lord's going to do this next year and how many more girls will the Lord entrust us with.